Video coverage of IT Expo is brought to you by Content Boost, the content marketing specialists. Amplify your sales today.
Hi, I'm Eric Lanask here at IT Expo in Miami, Florida. On the program with me today is David Sauerhaft from Sonus. David, thanks for joining me.
Sure, thank you.
So, a lot of exciting, a lot of interesting things happening in the market today. A lot of it being driven by one fundamental technology, and that's the move into the cloud environment. And I think that's something that's impacting Sonus as much as it is anybody else.
Right, so we see ourselves as very much providing the infrastructure to enable the real-time cloud. So as we think about routing functions, we think about security functions, we think about interoperation within that real-time cloud, Sonus is really providing the infrastructure to enable that type of capability. And that's really how we position, built on our heritage, and takes us forward as well.
Now, how does the fact that one of the things that you've done in recent memory is taken what was traditionally a hardware product, turned it into a software product with your software SBC? So
our software SBC takes advantage of the same software that runs on our 5000 series of products and enables a build out to a cloud environment for the service provider as well as for the enterprise. So absolutely, that's tied into providing capability for routing, for interoperation and security, and enabling it to scale to meet those large requirements.
How much traction, how much interest from the provider market are you seeing in terms of a need, their need to actually take that out to the cloud?
We're seeing a very strong interest from the service providers. And clearly there are elements of this that are still early stage, but this is what they're all looking to do.
One of the other, and this certainly isn't a new trend by any stretch, but certainly an ongoing trend, is consolidation within the industry, something that has impacted your market segment fairly significantly lately. Oracle picking up Acme Packet. That really does change the landscape to some degree.
Oh, absolutely. I really think it does. Sonus now is the largest independent vendor of SBC products, really holds a unique position in the marketplace where service providers, enterprise customers are looking to integrate heterogeneous types of environments without tying themselves into a vendor that provides everything. And so Sonus enables them to bring together those multiple different types of environments, really in a way that doesn't tie them too tightly with one vendor.
Now, as much as Oracle has picked up Acme almost out of that picture, then the entire landscape has still, in my mind, increased to some degree with a whole bunch of new market entrants. Most of them significantly smaller and not necessarily with the heritage of a Sonus, but there are quite a few vendors offering different varieties and flavors of SBC products, and again, one of the things that many of them have done over the last 12 months or so is get into that software side with either introducing or adapting to the cloud element.
So, of course, that's true, but I think what we can also recognize, and what other vendors find as well, is this isn't easy stuff. If it was easy stuff, it would have been done a long time ago. There's great complexity, and bringing all of that together is a lot of what Sonus does.
What's the difference between building an SBC for the service provider market versus the enterprise? You guys do them both well.
Right. So there are some slightly different requirements in the various markets. Clearly in the service provider market, there's a scale the scale is absolutely key. So we look at the enterprise market, there's tying together with applications like Microsoft Lync, which is key. TDM gateway capability still becomes important in many cases for survivability in the enterprise environment. Then there are also unique differences in call flows as well. Specific call flows that are more important in the enterprise environment and others that become more important in the service provider environment.
Which is the bigger opportunity currently for Sonus?
Well, they're both large opportunities for Sonus. We have a larger presence in the service provider marketplace that accounts for a greater portion of our revenue. We're seeing greater growth right now in the enterprise space, but we're seeing good growth in both areas.
What about the lower end of the market, the small enterprise, even down to the SMB space? They have needs for a lot of the similar, the same capabilities that large enterprises do. Obviously, they don't have the resources,
Right.
to certainly not the financial resources to pay for a large-scale SBC.
So our SBC 1000 and 2000 are designed for the branch offices as well as the small and mid-sized enterprise organizations. Those are products that are readily deployable, easy to use. Really, we pride ourselves on the ease of use associated with those products to really meet their needs.
What can we look forward to in the next 12 months from Sonus?
I think what you can look forward to is continued innovation, continued leadership, and real momentum that we're seeing in the marketplace as customers continue to see the value associated with Sonus. And then I tie it back to where we started the discussion, which is what I describe as the real-time cloud or Cloud 2.0,
Right.
as where you'll see continuing value from Sonus.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
David, thank you so much for joining us here on the program.
Video coverage of IT Expo is brought to you by Content Boost, the content marketing specialists. Amplify your sales today.